What's up, guys? My name's Curtis, and welcome to 5-Minute Finance, where I take personal finance topics and explain them to you in 5 minutes or less. The concept of passive income is awesome. Income that requires little to no effort for you to earn and maintain. But is it really that simple? A lot of people who tout the idea of passive income use it as this way to explain how you can make a lot of money with little to no effort and quit your day job and retire early. Although I do agree there are plenty of ways to generate what most people would consider passive income, I don't really think it's as low effort as a lot of people make it out to be. To explain what I mean, I'm going to break down 4 different common forms of income that a lot of people would generally consider passive. I want to preface this by saying I think all of these are great ways to make income. I just don't think all of them can really be considered passive. By far, one of the most common forms of passive income would be investing in stocks. Whether you're looking for the stock price to increase over time, or you're looking for continual distributions in the form of dividends, investing in the stock market has provided good returns historically. This definitely requires low effort, as all you need to do is open an account somewhere where you can buy stocks or mutual funds and buy those assets. With that being said, you aren't going to be making a lot of money very quickly with this method unless you already have a lot of cash laying around that you can put into the stock market. It's great for long-term investing and retirement accounts, but dividends aren't going to supplement your regular income anytime soon. As you'll see shortly, this is one of the only things that I actually consider to be truly passive, even though it requires just a little bit of knowledge up front and a bit of research. Moving on, I want to talk about real estate. I think it's pretty clear and obvious that the idea of flipping houses requires a lot of work and energy, so I don't think anybody could say that's a passive form of investment. But what about rental properties? Don't you just buy the property, collect your check each month, and you're good? Not really, there's a lot more that goes into it than that. To start, before you even buy the property, it takes a bunch of upfront research just to find a property that's going to cash flow positive for you. You also have to not only pay for any repairs that come up, you either have to do them yourself, which takes time, or you have to spend even more money on a pro to do them. There's also the potential that you get a really bad tenant, and that can cause a lot of headache and a lot of time spent just trying to deal with their issues. Even if you hire a property manager to take care of your tenants and some of the repairs, you still got to pay for them, and I truly don't think this is considered a passive investment. Investment real estate also requires a good amount of money for a down payment, which means it can be more difficult, not impossible, for your average person to afford. Is it a great way to supplement your income? Absolutely, but I don't really think it's considered passive. Next, let's talk about being an entrepreneur, starting your own business. This could be selling a product or service, whether that's in person or online. It could be starting something like a blog where you run ads, or it could be selling digital information such as an e-course. These can all generate great income, but again, in no way would I really consider these passive. Starting your own business requires a bunch of upfront work, and in many cases requires constant work and supervision even once the business is up and running. I think a better word to use here would be scalable income, not passive income, where you start small and you grow your business to a point where you are making a good amount of money on the side. But again, still requires work and definitely isn't passive, especially in the early stages. But nonetheless, if you have a great idea for a product, service, or website, I definitely recommend you go ahead and pull the trigger. Why not start it? Just don't expect a 6-figure income next month. Remember, scalable. Start small and grow it big. Lastly, I want to talk about where you're viewing this video right now, YouTube. I'm sure you guys know that many people on YouTube can make a full-time living from it. But similar to starting your own business, YouTube requires a lot of upfront work. Look at any famous YouTuber out there, and I can guarantee you they didn't start making millions overnight with their first video. They all started off by creating videos that they enjoyed to make, and very few people watched, and they never really expected to make a dime off of it. But they continue to make videos they're passionate about, put that effort in, and eventually they're able to monetize their channel. And in some cases, they can even retire from their day job. But again, this is definitely active, not passive income. Not only does it require a lot of upfront work, but the continual creation of new content. So even though a lot of these forms of passive income require a lot of work, whether that's upfront or throughout, over time, if you work hard enough at these side hustles, they can be a great way to supplement your income. And who knows, maybe one day you will be able to retire early with your so-called passive income. Again, I prefer the term scalable income, as I don't really think you can make money with little to no effort. But regardless of what you call it, just remember that generating this type of income takes time. And don't fall for anything that promises huge returns overnight. In most cases, they're either just scamming you or they're asking you to do something illegal. Take it slow, work hard, and enjoy the supplemental income. If you enjoyed this video, it'd be great if you could help me out by giving it a thumbs up. And if you're new around here and want to see more videos, please consider subscribing.